Уважаеми зрители, в следващото епизодче на The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt продължаваме точно където приключихме миналия път с Гералт. Тук се срещнахме с Трис Мериголд миналия път, след което дойдохме тук при някаква друга жена и правихме някакви схеми. Сега ще видим какво следва. Желая на всички приятно гледане. Надявам се, че играта ви харесва, уважаеми зрители. Да видим какво предстои в света на Гералт и докъде ще стигнем днес. Така, Мид, Корин, Голден, окей. Еми ще се насочим нататък, уважаеми зрители. Действаме, като гледам, имам хляб, имам вода. Добре сме. Да видим какво следва от тук нататък. С какво ще се... Айде, още водичка си взех. Чакайте това нещо да не ме види. Тихо. Не тук. Така, идваме насам някъде. В Новиград. Нощен Новиград, пазарчето. Тук. То Трис ни каза, че тук някъде живее реално. Близо до пазара. Те се бият тук. Бардовете, ето ги бардовете. Лютичето е нещо такова. Музикант. Ти на долно ниво ли си, пич? Или горе? Може и горе да е. Долу, горе. Горето. Дайте събереме тук материали, колкото се може повече. Окей. Айде, Корин. Ще си говорим с нея. Събудихме я от кошмара й.
We must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Let's do this.
Tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Тя ще ни гледа на карти.
The woman's name is Ciri.
Търсиме Цири.
I accepted a job once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Broccolon forest. Happened on a girl there. Didn't know who she was.
Damn.
The Dryads wanted to keep her, turn her into one of their own. But the Waters of Oblivion, they failed in her case. Ciri came out of Broccolon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother.
Спомням си ги тия неща от книгите, уважаеми зрители.
By destiny.
Точно. Даже повече.
Would you be willing to share another memory?
Yes.
No need to rush. We have time.
It was after training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense. Do you wish to continue?
No. Let's continue.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. Once I asked Yennefer why. She travels between worlds. Turns out I don't know how to talk about it. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than traveling to different places, and that Ciri carries immense power in her blood.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Yeah, there's something else. She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Falker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
No one in legend transforms into prophecy. When it gains believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her.
Тук има много значение, уважаеми зрители. В този тип игри, какво точно ще кажем, което ще определи явно, ще изиграе роля в развитието на играта и евентуално финала на играта. Доколкото знам, играта има поне 3 финала различни. Не я чух какво го запита. Нищо не схвана. Да, ще видим какво ще следва. Ето го Лютичето, барда, приятеля на Гералт. Кошмари. Сънища или привидения?
Dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply. Show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
Тя се свързва с Лютичето.
Heard about him. Someone left him the rosemary and thyme in their will.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope
Thank
you
you.
find your Ciri.
Thank you. Окей, сега имаме. Добре. Само че ако правим апгрейд, така, това. Добре, това ще е за сега тук апгрейдчето. Така. Отиваме насам вече към следващата мисия, уважаеми зрители. Сори. Така. Нямаме пари, което не е добре. Ще трябва да минаваме някакви мисии, уважаеми зрители. Дори странични мисии, за да може да спечелим някакви пари. Че без пари не можем да... Дайте ще дойдем насам да видим какво ще е това. Розмарин тайм. Това сега някаква страноприемница ли е? Ще разбереме. Какво е точно това нещо? Много готино. Такъв нови град. Такъв сериозен крепостен град. Как да влизаме тогава? След като е... От тук. Тук явно става това нещо. Уоп! Той го изгониха и той го изгониха. Фъдже. Това ли е Золтан или е... Япрен? Едно от двете ще да е. Приятелите на Гералт. Сега ще видим кое е. Золтан, добре бе.
Local color. I wasn't going more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs.
Що има в историята, уважаеми зрители, няколко приятели, но основно са Золтан и Япрен. Двете джуджета са му приятели. Какво правим? Ще се биеме? О, ще ги пръсна. Аре, маняк. Пляс. Айде, това му разбихме носа. Айде. Хайде. Пребихме ги. Да си знаят. Е, това е. Срещнат се отново. Търсиме Цири.
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Бяга тя.
Couple times. Her and the
Може би е
Wild
в
Hunt.
опасност и затова
Not
я
good.
търсиме.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
Тя се е срещнала с Данделайн и ще трябва да... Къде е Данделайн, бе?
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he can explain what the hell's going on. Not just barely returned as you saw.
Лютичето.
Expected to come home
Го
to a
намериме
like a
този
boar and some cold ale.
маняк.
Find instead a shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Еми, добре,
Fine
айде.
idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Окей, айде ще разгледаме тук местността, за да видим, може да намерим някакви... Чакай.
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot. I plunged into
Дайте
purest
тук да
ecstasy, imbibing its nectar.
съберем някакви работи.
Digits on my soul's yearning chords.
Сториш. Не. Я
Annual
тук.
balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honours, and the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught us swine to yodel, and I... another time.
Това го изпекнахме. Ще търсим още. Я така. Дайте видим това.
10 barrels of Toussaint dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Това е това. Това имаш
Dandelion and
предвид.
planning, good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late. The dog.
Zoltan, please. You really want to track down the women Dandelion's been wooing? Most likely all angry women by now.
Got any better ideas? Besides, Dandelion's a babbler. We're sure to know something of his doings. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lasses in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suche?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Така. Добре, прочетохме от това нещо. Ток, Веспюла, Ерихал, Марабел, Золтан. Моли, дай ще говорим с Золтан. Чивай. Айде, Золтане.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have...
Сега ще говорим с всичките явно.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone.
Айде, питаме. За Моли.
Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives.
And Marabella?
If I know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian. Referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh. Truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit of reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
A Vespula?
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre named her Guihir. Well chosen, eh? Her dad's a Novgardian aristocrat, the imperial legation. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
Окей. Отиваме сега към другите, уважаеми зрители. Отиваме към другите красавци да ги търсиме. Така. Да видим какво ще ми кажат те.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
It's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
Стига, бе.
What you hollering for, stupid wench?
Ще ви пръсва Гералт.
Knight in shining armor.
Close
Ви
enough.
какво си мислите?
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Печега нямаш гащи.
This spew has got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Mine. Offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Чакайте.
It's not good.
Маняк. Хайде. Друг? Желаещ? Не.
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
No need to thank me. There was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had,
Разпила. Ей.
just lost.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. It was the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
This woman he was with in the harbour. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Covere. Horvere, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about exactly?
Well, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No.
Не.
I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if you dropped by.
Добре, бе. Той имал тук някакви такива. Чайте си събереме тук подаръците. Къде е то? Я да видим, тук имаме ли? Имаме някакви оръжия, уважаеми зрители. Това е слабо. Това е слабо. Това е слабо. Това не е окей. Не. Супер слабо. Добре. Продължаваме нататък, уважаеми зрители, няма какво да се губим времето тук. Продължаваме към следващите дестинации. Да видим какво ще кажат останалите. Така. Я каза маняк. Елихал, ти ли си, бе? Елф.
You, Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Добре, бе. То къве са? Травестит? Стига, бе.
So you're...
Elial.
Добре, бе.
How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern.
Добре, бе.
Blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting.
О, нямам думи, да не съм мислил, че такова нещо ще срещнем и тук в тази игра.
Told him that as well.
Очаквай неочакваното се получава малко, уважаеми зрители. Мале. Добре, бе. Дайте ви ме Dandelion. Кога за последно го видя?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button fixed.
Ох, добре, бе.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
Yeah,
what did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, I desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Добре, ако се нуждаем от нови дрехи и нови брони и такива неща, ще дойдем, но ние нямаме пари за момента, така че се махаме от тук, уважаеми зрители. И отиваме към следващите. Марабела моли. Да видим 230 метра. Отиваме. Да видим какво ще ни кажат. И останалите мърдай маняк. Чакай, не се бутай, маняк. Тук наближаваме. Имаме ability point. Уважаеми зрители, имаме една ability points. Айде. Айде да видим какво следва тук.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Marabella.
Марабела, ти ли си?
I'll wait.
It won't take long.
Марабела.
It turns out he'll not come after all. Why not? A rat bit him, and he's caught a fever.
Where'd you get bit? Gonna be a butcher when I grow up.
Don't die from rats, stupid.
Yes, you do. Just the other day I saw a witch hunter tell a man, "You rat," and then he killed him.
Liar.
That's enough.
My dad is a witch hunter.
We're done.
He chases old crones.
Gather your things and go home.
Wonder if the rat catcher will get well.
Life is not. How do you know?
Mum says that if he but catches a cough, he's as good as in the grave. This one's got a fever.
Айде, сега може да поговорим с Марабела. Айде, Марабела. Дай да поговорим и с тебе.
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
След това?
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you.
Написал е поема за нея.
Did he mention
Лютичето.
Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercise is true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! The snaky whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Rather bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Окей, остават двама. Да разпитаме. Айде.
My mummy says I
интересно. Привет на всички, които гледат, уважаеми зрители. Надявам се, че играта ви кефи.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Тя ме гонят. Стига, бе.
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I
Това ли е
don't
Моли,
quite
бе?
believe in coincidences.
Geralt,
Уважаеми зрители.
slayer of monsters. And my son.
Точно така.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see you.
Така ли?
Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Ти ли си Моли, бе?
Kill a
Мацка.
woman's son and appear at her doorstep? My. I thought witches had better survival skills than that.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I fear your
А не е тя.
information's out of date. Molly
Може
no
и тя да
longer
е.
works here.
Къде мога да намеря?
Seem to know who Molly is. You also know she doesn't work here anymore. Know where I can find her, maybe?
This time of day? Probably sipping punch and considering which horse to bet on.
Not in the mood for jokes.
I jest you not. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. Got one glance of Molly and, well, they wed soon after. They now await his inheritance. With the Baroness's son dead, the estate will go to the nephew and Lady Latar, known until recently simply as Molly.
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady Latar?
Our dear little Molly has a new passion, horse racing. To my knowledge, she should be at Countess Vegelbud's villa right now. That's exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company, perhaps you'd agree to come along.
Think I can find my own way to the Vegelbud home.
Very well. Perhaps I can convince you to join me later at the races. I shall keep an eye out for you.
По-добре. Така. Фелиша Кори. Ето е тая. Золтан. Тук ма едно и няма. Не. Да. Добре. Айде. Тук моля да влизаме, не мога. Ще видим.
Want to see Rosa Varatra?
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a striker, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
Трябва да намерим път. Добре, уважаеми зрители. Ще намерим път, но това ще се случи в следващото епизодче на The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Тук ще сложим край. Ако клипчето ви е харесало, цъкнете по един лайк, абонирайте се и ще се видим съвсем скоро в продължението на историята на Гералт. Това беше всичко от мен. Чао, чао!